David Beckham is said to have a net worth of $450 million, with an annual salary of $50 million, and this is years after his trophy-laden football career came to an end. Speaking of, that's a big part of how he brought in his money originally. Over his career, Beckham played for Manchester United, a brief loan spell at Preston North End, Real Madrid, LA Galaxy, multiple loans at AC Milan, and finally Paris Saint-Germain. He eventually hung up his boots in 2013. Over his career, it's believed he brought in $255 million from his various playing contracts, licensing, and endorsement deals. Speaking of, in 2003, Beckham signed a lifetime endorsement deal with Adidas for $160 million. What? While playing for PSG, Beckham gave all the cash from his over $1.3 million playing contract to charity. Besides David, there's also Victoria Beckham. Victoria also has a net worth of $450 million, giving the married couple a combined $900 million to play with. She brought in this cash due to her career with the pop group The Spice Girls. There, she was known as Posh Spice. In the band's prime, the group is said to have brought in $75 million a year for Victoria. On top of this, Victoria has also made her name in fashion. In 2012, her brand was estimated to bring in $79 million annually. One of the Beckham's massive expenditures is their populous property portfolio. In 2016, they decided to buy a converted barn in the village of Great 2 in the Cotswolds. They spent $8.3 million on the large family home, which is great considering the couple has 4 children. With the global events, the Beckhams used this rural home to escape. As such, the Beckhams have been reportedly spending £400 or $544 at a local shop on just fruit and vegetables. What's in those fruits and vegetables? Gold? The home previously had a tennis court, but that was ripped up in favor of a football pitch and a stand for viewers to cheer on from. The cost of this venture was around $700,000. A 4-foot deep lake was also installed for $270,000 as well. Other features include a wine cellar, sauna, an underground tunnel leading to a garage, and more. The home was even the venue for eldest son Brooklyn's 21st birthday party. They reportedly spent over $135,000 on the shindig. Their main base of operation is their house in the exclusive Holland Park, London. They spent a whopping $41 million on the stunning property back in 2013. In 2016, the house underwent an intense renovation. According to reports, nearly $11 million was splashed out during the work. The house also has a gym and a wine cellar. Victoria reportedly converted the 7th bedroom into a dressing room. There are also private independent quarters in the house for Brooklyn to enjoy. In 1999, the Beckhams bought perhaps their most famous property for $3.3 million. The property is Roneyberry House, more well known as Buckingham Palace. Get it? Based in Hertfordshire, England, the house has 7 bedrooms. It underwent a massive renovation, which is said to have cost over $4 million. Other features on the property include an indoor pool, a snooker room, a petting zoo, a garden maze, a floodlit tennis court, and a bathroom dedicated to Victoria's hero, Audrey Hepburn. The house was later sold in 2014 for $15.3 million. Recently, it's been reported that the Beckhams have splashed cash on a penthouse apartment in Miami, which is handy considering one of David's current roles. More on that later. They apparently spent $24 million on the 5-bedroom apartment. The building holds many luxury features such as a gym, sauna, plunge pool, relaxation pool, massage room, beauty room, a cinema, and many more. The building even has a helipad on the roof. The Beckhams have been known to decorate their homes with an incredible modern art collection. They own work by artists such as Damien Hirst, Banksy, Sam Taylor Wood, and many more. In 2010, the collection was valued at nearly $41 million. After he purchased a Ford Escort from his Man United teammate Ryan Giggs for £6,000 or $8,125, Beckham caught the car bug. As a result, he has invested his money on many different vehicles so far, and of course will make many car fans feel a little jealous. One of his first automobiles is the Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe. David has the 2-door convertible. The 2008 model has a 6.8-liter V12 engine with 460 horsepower. It's able to get from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds. In 2015, this model was the most expensive in Rolls-Royce's line, up with a price of $533,000. The Phantom was even used in the opening ceremony at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. Back in 2013, Beckham was spotted cruising through Beverly Hills in the McLaren MP412C Spider. This gorgeous car has a 3.8-liter V8 twin-turbine engine. It has a horsepower of 625 and a top speed of 204 miles per hour. The Spider convertible starts at $268,000, but it can go for as much as $319,000 for the top-end version. During 2011, another fine car was spotted in Beckham's possession, Ferrari 612 Scaglietti. This time, it was seen outside his former Malibu home. It definitely belongs to the former footballer, as the car has his iconic shirt number of 7 placed onto the car's body. Under the bonnet, the Scaglietti has a 5.7-liter V12 engine with 533 horsepower horsepower. The cars can be sold for $300,000, yet as Beckham's version has been custom designed, it likely cost the former footballer a lot more money. One of the main companies that David and Victoria conducts the majority of their business through is Beckham Brand Holdings, the company that was first founded in 2014 alongside Simon Fuller. Fuller was one of the creators behind Pop Idol, American Idol, So You Think You Could Dance, and many more. During 2019, BBH was found to have generated $72.4 million in revenue. In the same year, the three shareholders received dividends from BBH that amounted to $51.4 million. On top of this, the Beckhams also bought out Fuller's share in the company at the cost of $50 million. As such, the valuation of BBH is said to be $150 million. During 2015, David signed a 5-year deal to become a business partner for the British clothing brand Kent & Kerwin for a reported 7-figure salary. During their partnership, the brand worked with a line inspired by the TV show Peaky Blinders. They also partnered up with the rock band The Stone Roses to sell various Roses-themed clothing. However, Beckham quit the partnership in April 2020 after it emerged the fashion label lost £18 million, around $24 million in the year. When Beckham was looking to move on from Real Madrid in 2007, the MLS came in to help entice the former England captain to join LA Galaxy. As part of the deal, Beckham would be allowed to create his own expansion team in their league for the cut price cost of $25 million. The only clauses were that it couldn't be in New York, and it had to be a brand new team. Well, fast forward to today, due to Beckham and his business partners at Beckham Miami Group, Inter Miami is now playing their trade in the MLS. In 2019, plans were announced for the new stadium for the club, named Miami Freedom Park. Currently, the team plays at the temporary stadium, Inter Miami CF Stadium. According to the plans, the new 25,000 capacity multi-purpose stadium is looking to be complete by 2022, the cost of which was an astonishing $966 million. In order to generate support for his new club, in March 2020, Beckham reportedly paid $340,000 to fly 16 friends and family members to watch Inter Miami play. Beyond the sunny side of the U.S., Beckham has also invested in Salford City in England. In 2014, Man United legends Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gray Neville, Ryan Giggs, and Phil Neville all invested in the club. Each one of the players owned 10% each of the club. The rest was owned by businessman Peter Lim. In 2019, Lim sold 10% of his stake to David Beckham, reuniting the famous Class of '92 in the Salford City boardroom. During January 2020, it was reported that the famous owners invested £2.5 million, around $3.4 million, into the club. It's not just football teams that Beckham is interested in. The increasingly popular esports is also a passion. After investing $319,000 of his own cash into the company Guild Esports, Beckham then signed a 5-year deal to be the company's face. The deal is set to give him $19.8 million altogether. Not long after, Guild Esports was floated on a London stock exchange to raise some funds. They earned over $25.9 million in the process. One of Beckham's biggest loves is tattoos, many of which showcase his family and phrases that mean a lot to him. In 2015, it was reported that Beckham had spent £55,000, around $74,000 on his ink. He regularly uses the talents of tattoo artist to the stars, Louis Malloy. As of 2018, David has 51 tattoos altogether, with likely more on the horizon. For Valentine's Day one year, David put all gift givers to shame with the exorbitant gift for Victoria. According to various sources, David is said to have spent $8 million on a Bulgari necklace. This piece of jewelry was littered in rubies and diamonds, hence the massive price. During 2016, David attended the art gallery Phillips in London. Yet the piece that got people talking wasn't the art, but instead the timepiece around Beckham's wrist. It's a Patek Philippe Celestial watch. It has sapphire plates that are said to represent the movement of the night sky. The watch's case is even made from the very valuable material platinum. The price of the stunning watch is around $250,000. Since Beckham used to rely on his body for his living in the world sport, it's sensible that the former midfielder took out insurance to protect himself. The policy was purchased in 2006 while playing his trade in Madrid. As part of the package, Beckham's face was also covered, so if anything happened, Becks would expect a huge payout. The cost of such a policy was an incredible $195 million, making it one of the most expensive insurance covers of all time. Feeling a little nostalgic and craving one of his favorite dishes, Beckham ordered a meal of pie and mash for his private plane trip from the US to the UK during 2015. However, this meal wasn't typically on the menu by the catering company, so they had to make it specially for David. On top of that, they had to get it through security and deliver it to the plane. As a result, the price of the roughly $7 meal was massively increased. It reportedly cost Beckham around $1,400. However, a representative for Beckham stated that the story is, quote, complete rubbish. Complete rubbish! We'll let you decide whether it's true or not.